Tornado caused people to lose their sheds, parts of their rooftops. Some even lost their homes entirely. And tonight, some in West Union are still without power.
Yeah, WCPO 9 News anchor Brent Bugansky joining us live in West Union tonight. So, Brett, you've actually found a man who actually swept away by this tornado.
That is absolutely the case. So right now we are on the property of Josh Jarvis. This is where his work shed was. He's able to salvage a lot of his tools here, but his neighbor across the street is lucky to be alive. He lives across the street, was sheltering in place in his bathroom when the tornado ended up picking up the home, which is not there anymore. He ended up hundreds of feet away off of his property, and somehow he had enough adrenaline to walk over to a neighbor's house to call for help. He was bleeding, he was injured, and he was able to get that help. She ended up calling 911. So we found out that he is going to be apparently out of the hospital tonight. Since we just spoke to the family, they said he is going to be okay, which is the fortunate thing right now. But for a lot of people, they're still waiting for their power to get on at this time. But you know, we've had a lot of people talking about how many close calls that they had, describing either taking shelter in their bathrooms or in their laundry rooms, pretty much the safest parts of their homes right there. But they described a train coming through. That's what they were sounding right there. And then when they ended up waiting for the storm to pass through their house, they ended up coming outside, and this is what they saw, and they ended up feeling terrified about what happened. You ever think that could have been me?
Yeah, it could have been, because we was on the front porch. If we didn't get in time, I could have been over there somewhere.
After everything, when everything went by, what'd you say to your wife?
Just, it's crazy. We're still saying that. It's just crazy.
Now, originally, they didn't have a timetable for when some of the power was going to be back on, but we noticed that a few homes in the area now have their power back on, so that's the good news. But for some people who don't have any power, perhaps they're worried about their food situation, there is a free dinner happening right now until 8 o'clock, and that is happening at Bible Baptist Church in West Union. Once again, going on until 8 o'clock tonight. For the family across the street, there is now a GoFundMe set up since they lost everything, and certainly everyone in West Union is thinking about that family and everyone else who had some damage after Tuesday's tornado. We're live in West Union tonight. Brett Bugansky, WCPO 9 News.